And I'm calling the meeting of the Pawlet Public Library Board of Trustees to order on January 13th, 2026. I'm Corey Rail, Chair of the board. To my left,
Phoebe McChesney, Trustee.
Lauren Herbert, Treasurer, Trustee.
Amy Miller, Trustee.
Sue Laporte, Vice Chair and Minute Taker for today.
thank you. And I just want to say welcome to our new members and thank you so much for working for our community. It's really positive and we're very happy to have you both on board. Okay, first up is to review our operating norms. As a board, we will focus on agenda topics, be open-minded, respect each other, value different viewpoints, be responsive and responsible to our community with reference to the strategic plan, make decisions based on data and facts, listen to each other, be reflective, and run meetings that respect time, have concise agendas, and are transparent. And I will read the vision and mission statements as well. We've been asked to do that in the past, and I thought it would be appropriate to do that today. Our vision statement: the Pawlet Public Library is an essential player in sustaining and celebrating a vibrant, revitalized, and resilient community. And our mission statement: the Pawlet Public Library's mission is to provide a leadership role in unifying the community through shared resources and meaningful experiences for all generations. Okay. First up, we have addition or deletion of agenda items. I do have, right off the bat, the item number 6, executive session with legal counsel, will not be happening tonight. So again, that's a placeholder just in case, and we have it on, so it's warned every time, but we don't need that today. So I'm asking that we remove that.
And I'd like to just make an edit to number 17, that our meeting for February is the 10th of 2026.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I don't know. Yeah. Missed it. And anything else on here? There isn't anything else. So do I have a motion to approve this agenda with those changes?
I'll make the motion to approve the agenda with the said changes.
Thanks, Lauren. A second?
Second.
Thanks, Amy. Any more discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Okay, we have an agenda for tonight. Next up is public comments. And I see just 3 members of the public. And just wanted to reiterate that our public comment is we are hearing from the public. It's not a back and forth or engagement necessarily. So just keep that in mind. Okay, Gordon.
So am I to assume that if the agenda item is off the table, you're not going to be having a session for the lawsuit? Do you have any kind of an update to share with the public regarding the ongoing efforts to have a director appointed?
I don't, other than that the legal counsel both have been in touch with each other and they are moving forward. Yeah, they have taken turns being out of town in the recent past, so it's just kind of a scheduling issue lately, this last time, but no important updates.
So can you characterize at all the negotiations? Is it like a matter of time, or there may not be any resolution, in which case you might be back to square one as far as recruiting a director?
I don't know that I can. I'm positive, I'm pretty optimistic person, and I'm hopeful that we will be able to move forward with the director without, yeah. Anybody else for public comment? No? Okay. Moving on to, I did that before the went out of order. Or no, I didn't, sorry. Now we're on to improving the meeting minutes from December 2nd, 2025, and these the special meeting from January 6th. Do I have a motion to approve those minutes?
I'll make the motion to approve those minutes.
Thanks, Lauren. And a second?
I'll second them.
Okay, thanks, Sue. And do we have discussion on those? Did you want to, anybody want to, okay,
What, should I?
I don't know. If, I don't, it's up to you, I don't,
I'm following Sue's lead.
okay, good. Good, okay, great. Then, any more discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. All right, so we have those minutes approved. Thanks, everybody. Now we are moving to the treasurer's report. Take it away, Lauren.
That was so fast.
I know, it was very fast.
Oh, hi, everybody. Sorry that I didn't get this email to everybody ahead of time, but here it is. We did look over this, I guess it was it November that we looked over the budget? Because I don't think it was, yeah. And at that point, we had agreed to, well, the budget that I put forward for next year was a 4% increase, except for, you can see on the second line, the appropriation, which is new this year for the library, that the select board agreed to raise 10% over this year's appropriation. So for next year, it's going to be bumped up to $63,000. So that alone is different from the rest of the budget, which is at a 4% increase, except for if you go down to the last item on office operation, the courier service, which I think you had asked about, Phoebe, which is the interlibrary loan program, which I'm pretty familiar with now since September, is a very healthy program that is utilized a lot by our patrons. And every week that we send and receive books from throughout the state, from libraries to participate. And I don't know if it's a fairly new program, because I don't know why the budget for 25 would be 450, and again for 26, 450, when the actual for 25 was almost 1,900. This year it's cheaper because I've been doing it for free, but you know, that has changed again, so we have a staff member who's taken that over and will be reimbursed for mileage and time. But the bulk of I think the bulk of that money is from is paying Pawlet Library, which they are the hub for the Southern 4 libraries, and there's a per transition fee, which it just decreased most recently because Wells joined. It was $6.50 a day per month, so 4 times a month, but now it's $5, so it will be a little bit cheaper. But the point is that I don't foresee it something being less used, so I think that, I don't know why we would short ourselves, so I bumped it to $2,000, but I'm happy to discuss it with everybody tonight, see what your thoughts are.
I have an idea about the inaccuracy in the amount. What happened was, prior to last year, that reimbursement did not go under interlibrary loan, and the hour reimbursement, the mileage and the time did not go to that.
I see.
It was not tracked. So I tried to put it back under interlibrary loan, and I don't know if that fully carried out or not.
And if this month's warrant has 6 months of payment to Pawlet, so we can actually see what 6 months cost.
Right.
Like the actual, and then, so Corey, that's interesting because I don't really know how to forecast because it was never really represented correctly. I don't really know exactly how much it's going to cost with mileage and hours.
1 hour of pay and the miles we could calculate basically from the library.
So then 2,000 seems, well, I don't know then, right. So so you're saying for 2025?
Yes.
Because you were treasurer last year, like for a little while.
Yeah, just for like 6.
A blip.
Yeah, I was in the 25 to 26, I think.
So what do you suggest then? What are you suggesting?
Well, that would be $22 an hour times 52 hours a week, and then the mileage wouldn't be too much. I think it's about 70 cents a mile for, I don't know how, but from here, Polney.
I should know, because I did it enough.
Right.
So,
I don't remember offhand what it,
22 equals,
the amount ended up, oh, well, that mileage would have been different, actually.
right. That wasn't just going back and forth from the library
Right, it was
to a home.
quite a bit.
So it was more.
Bigger. It was bigger.
So and how many cents a mile is it?
I think 70, around that.
70 cents a mile?
Yeah, I can just check
It
that.
just went up.
Yeah,
so
it did.
I don't know if it's 70 or 74.
Oh, 70, it probably.
Okay, so I'm gonna just do 74, just because,
Yep.
and then, I could actually go to my GPS and tell you.
Right.
So 24 miles. Just. So it's really close. That is $2,067.52 based on 24 miles and 1 hour a week for a year. So I think 2,000 is pretty appropriate. I mean, do you want me to go to 2,100 or do?
I think we can leave.
Just leave it at 2. I think that's a good estimate, and then, because it came out under in 2025. And maybe there are weeks that are skipped, or,
There might be.
so I just think that,
It's true.
let's just leave it at 2.
Okay.
And does anyone else have any other discussion or question about the budget?
No, a lot of these are, yeah, such unknowns. Let's see, where are we? I mean, we have yet to plan out fundraisers, and we're kind of going off of past experience for those,
Yeah.
for income. And it seems like that is a fair amount to just do that cost of living kind of. Yeah, that mileage gas, that was every so often that, under office operation, like
Yeah.
almost started, and that one, so that was
that
where that went.
separate?
And then also we, yeah,
So that's separate than that 1250.
right, so that wouldn't be, what we do end up doing sometimes is reimbursing a speaker for mileage.
Gotcha.
So it would be, it's pretty minimal.
Okay.
But, so there's that float in that, both of those
Yep.
items, so then we don't have to, we wouldn't need to raise it. And the postage, so we aren't finding that we're spending that much sending books out, is that correct?
Not so much, but there's a little bit.
Right.
Right. I mean, it is a discounted rate also.
Oh, okay, great.
Yep. But I guess that doesn't include any kind of fundraising postage, if that would be delineated there or not, I don't know.
I think I put it just right into.
Fundraising expenses?
Yeah.
Okay.
Makes sense.
So if we consider that just for ILL, what?
I recall that there,
Maybe we should put that, well, I mean, that's the kind of work I'm gonna work on with Julie. Is
Right.
just having this mirror the towns and so that we speak the same language. I'm looking forward to doing that.
right,
But I can ask her about that.
okay. And then the,
I mean, there's some things we just haven't even done, we're saving money on. We obviously, well, saving is the wrong word, but, we haven't bought any magazines, we haven't bought many books. Those things that are, budgeted for much higher, they have been. They haven't
Right.
been. But, I would imagine next year we'll be doing the budget with the director, which would be
Yes.
helpful.
And because it's actually, I think, the director's purview, not the board's, so.
I would concur.
So,
I would concur.
yes, yeah. So I think we've done the best we could too with this. And-
Yeah.
And I think we've, let's see, where are we? Yeah, we're doing okay.
And so have we not bought books?
We've bought a few
Because there isn't a director, or,
Yes, because there's not a director. And,
Yeah.
and also the other thing that's happening, Phoebe, is that right now the two staff that we have are inventorying the library, but getting a real handle on
What our
areas that are, right. I mean, it's just, there's so much housekeeping to do, and, but that's exciting also, just getting a real understanding and a look of what we have and what we need.
Yeah.
There have been some books that people have requested that are parts of series, or, really very, New York Times bestsellers, stuff like that. So and also another thing is, Heidi, one of the staff members, has done a great job in the children's room, and she made a display of the Red Clover winners, and for 2026, we were lacking in some of those books, so we ordered those books. So we have a complete set of the ones that are part of this year's competition, and then she made ways for kids to read them and rate them themselves, which is awesome. So
Yeah.
things like that we've been able to do, but not a whole lot.
with adult? Yeah.
Not a whole lot, a little, but not a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And no magazines, because the whole magazine section, I think, needs overhaul. I mean, it needs,
They don't even have we don't check them out anyway, so they're hard to know what is used. So I would want to put them in the system personally.
right,
But
right.
yeah. Oh, yes, Linda.
Donate magazines?
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing that we could, when we have a director, we could talk
I
about.
had like 3-4 years one of them. I get a subscription to Scientific American. And I'm happy to donate.
Maybe the first couple, just a couple, the newest ones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
when I finish reading them, last month,
yeah.
yeah. Okay.
And then the director would decide whether to keep them, but I mean,
Right.
for now,
Yeah.
I
Right.
put them on the rack.
Yeah. Okay, so, I guess we're looking for a motion to approve this fiscal year 2027 budget.
Motion to approve the budget?
Thanks, Phoebe. Second? Second. Thanks, Amy. We're putting you guys both in right away. Any more discussion on the budget? Thank you, Lauren. I think it's kind of a lot of moving pieces, and it's a lot of work, I know, so thank you so much for this.
Oh, thanks.
All right, all in favor?
Oh, I'm sorry.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Okay, we have a budget for fiscal year 2027, and that can go to the town. I guess it goes to Julie or Deb to get printed in the report?
I'll find out.
Okay.
So I see that the warrant is by Sue still. Did everyone get a chance to take a peek at it? I think it's right here. Yeah.
Oh, yes, I see it.
Sorry.
I'll make a motion, we approve the warrant.
Second.
I'll second it. I did.
Any more discussion? Yeah, I looked at
Have
it
any
too.
questions about it?
No. Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? No? Okay.
Lastly, and I wanted to just, we've been asked, Grace had asked us in the previous meetings to just give a balance of some of the accounts that the library has, and so I think as practice, I'm just gonna let everybody know what we have.
That's great.
So in the checking account at the Berkshire, we have $112,306.89. And the Vermont Common Foundation Growth Fund, we have $29,954.46. The Vermont Common Found Reserve Fund, we have $51,671.17. And you guys weren't here on the board last month, but we proved that I will be getting my name on the account, and I'm gonna investigate transferring some of our funds into a money market account so that it can accrue interest, and then just transfer whatever we need monthly to pay the bills. And that way, because they're just sitting in these accounts and they're not making any money.
Right.
Yeah, so I'm very much looking forward to that, and that's in the process. It takes a little more time than I'd anticipated, but Julie is on board, and we've talked to the bank, and that's all in the works.
That's great.
Yep.
And then I'll just read the numbers out for purposes of our budget. I guess our anticipated or budgeted total revenue is $98,516, and our expenses $96,928. So we're budgeting with a surplus of $3,120 for fiscal year 2027.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. Okay, now we are on to the library reports. And I did a little bit of a report for us, and I will flesh this out going forward. I did meet with Heidi and Helen yesterday, and we're doing a weekly meeting now going forward, and we will do that on Wednesdays after our meeting, so I can report to them what the board weighs in on, and then and we can have a good kind of back and forth. But yesterday we had one just to start the new year, and it was really great. Lots of ideas that they have, and they have putting a lot of energy into the library, which has been fantastic. So, well, first of all, we wanted to reflect on the annual tree lighting and cookie festival, which they sort of brought into that. That was a huge success, and it really brought this community together. They both did a lot of work with that, and reaching out to people and turning it into the library as a destination at the end of that. I thought that was really fantastic. Yeah. So hopefully it will be just expanded on in the future. And it feels like it really fits our mission and contributes to our community's kind of community cheer in the winter. Much needed. And thanks again to the people who spearheaded the tree lighting. That was amazing. So I think they estimated about 20 to 25 children coming in to the children's room just through that event. There were over 200 people, I think, outside, and we don't know. And lots of adults. It was just there were so many people that they didn't get a good count on the people coming actually into the library, but sort of exposure to the library. And I hope, again, that I want to call it a cookie festival.
We had 3 big coffee pots full of cocoa.
Right.
Stout.
Yeah.
From the library. So,
okay.
And all the cookies, except for just a very few, were gone.
Right.
So that's how many people came.
It was a lot. Yes, it was a lot. So that was really fun. And they have plans, and we talked about possibly expanding on that in the future. So we have 256 visitors in total in December, and the tree lighting is not part of that statistic, which I haven't looked back. I will be going through the statistics, but I think that's pretty good for December. We had 2 holidays and 2 snow days as well, or 1 or 2 snow days. So that was good to have, and we have a new system of tracking visitors now that we're going to be getting a little bit more data, just like time of day and age groups and such, so that we can have some more information to inform possible programs where we need to fill out things and possibilities. Everybody wants a nighttime, extended hours. It would be good to know if there's a certain day of the week that people are tending to come at the end of the day that we could expand or something along those lines. So they're really happy to do that, and it will be housed on the computer as well so that we can access that information historically. And as Lauren said, we've started a collection audit. So we bought a handheld scanner to scan the wireless, that's what it is. Yes, wireless and handheld. So it scans the books, and they have noticed over the course of these last few months that there are a lot of books that are in the library that have never been entered into the system. Books being checked in, or books that we are supposed to have on the shelves and nobody can locate them. So And they did this, I didn't get the numbers of that, but they think they did this room almost all done, and about 5% of the books are missing or unaccounted for, so, yeah, we don't think it's been done in a while. And the reason this came to a head was that every single one of us, like once a week at least, was at a shift, was noticing a book that we couldn't find, or we would get returns, books returned to the library, and we couldn't check them back in because they weren't in, so.
That happened to me.
Yeah, so that's a really positive thing, and I think they were excited to get a handle on the collection, and then we can figure out where we do need to build from knowing what our collection is, so, yeah. Kind of surprising, but it was fun. I ended up going through and sorting just for fun one day, and I found books out of place, so that was good. What else? Here we go. Oh, and so we did talk again about security, and wanted to revisit the idea of having cameras on our entrances and exits. I know we talked about that earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because of privacy.
Yeah.
Privacy was the major concern with that.
But entering and exiting, I think, I don't.
We can
Yeah.
talk about it.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, but that was
Okay.
why I didn't dive into it.
Right. And I know, like, we went to the Manchester Library, they have cameras inside the library.
Right.
It's also not a public library. I don't know if that has anything
Right.
to do with that.
Probably.
But,
They can make their own rules.
right, but.
But I'm sure there are other models at other public municipal libraries that we could get ideas from.
Yeah. Okay, so I will put that, again on our agenda, for February then, to discuss in more detail. Does that sound good?
Sure.
Okay.
I know that the town was talking about putting cameras out to look for weather purposes. Remember they had those
Yeah.
They ended up not,
doing it. It was expensive because there was a monthly fee,
right.
but
I don't think they ended up doing, I'm gonna say I don't think they
I
ended
don't
up
think
doing.
they did either. but
Yeah.
I just remember that.
Yeah, it was a lot, they talked about it, yeah.
Yeah, and somebody had said that the town camera could see the entrance here, but
Right.
I don't
I
think
wouldn't
that.
talk about it here, probably.
Yeah, I don't know that it does, and then there's the back entrance, so that's,
Right.
those are that was something that, just something to think about, so I'll put that on our agenda.
Yeah.
When you were saying privacy, Sue, do you mean that the board talked about the privacy, or?
About customers, people coming in and out and having their picture taken.
Patron confidentiality, kind of,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't know what books they were carrying or what they, did when they were in here, but it was just a concern. And we talked about what?
This world.
What?
Cameras are everywhere.
I know.
Everywhere.
And
know.
plus, I wonder
Yeah,
if you
street
cover
corners.
yourself if you post the fact that you could be on camera.
Yeah, you'd have,
you know?
right. This is under surveillance.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got information from the state library people about it, and I'll pull that all together and have it
Okay.
ready for next time.
Thanks, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, and two other things. The Northshire Day School has contacted us and is interested in possibly running a playgroup. And they would do it all for us. I know, and so we were talking about that and the idea of what do we as a board want to do as far as programs or things in our sort of interim time without a director. What do we think is appropriate to take on? I mean, I know that we all think that the early education stuff is missing. We do have robotics going really well, but if we should.
That seems like a pretty big commitment that I would never have thought that we'd be this long without a director.
Right.
So, it seems like every month we're saying the same thing, like waiting till we have the director, but I still feel like I would feel more comfortable doing that with a director in place. Like, otherwise, who's ultimately responsible? The staff that we have? Us? Like,
I think we are. I mean, it goes through us, through me to the staff, but it's, I feel like I think there's a fear of like stagnation and just getting some.
Yeah.
I know. So.
Yeah.
I know that I understand that.
well, great. This is all, more reason that we'll talk more about everything.
Right.
Agreed.
So I talked to Northshire just to get back to them because they had reached out to us and they were they just were, very understanding of us not having a director and such, but
They would bus from Manchester or something?
I think she said they wanted to expand what they do, so that maybe if they were having people in this area.
I have Pawlet kids come here.
Yeah, some
and be
people that
part of
they,
them.
but because they have sort of an established program, and it was a play group, she said, not a story hour, so much more of a play group. And then she would meet with us to determine more of the details and to see if the space was conducive to that.
Did she say what age group?
No, I imagined, I think it was early years.
Usually 2,
Yeah, play
3,
groups are like
4-year-olds,
before, yeah. And now that pre-K is even earlier, it might just be super early, I don't. So, and coincidentally, because we were sort of talking about that kind of thing, about what is missing, and another thing is tech time, and somebody came in today and had a flyer that was offering tech support and such, and so Heidi asked him, and he said he's definitely interested in doing things like that on that.
Cool.
But so I said I would ask the board, see where we are, what we think about at least the play group, since they have something in place. It sounded very already intact.
Would it be how often would it be?
I think it's a once a week thing.
And when we're open?
Yes. She didn't have details. She said that she just wanted
Do you want to look into
to
it?
talk that. I could, yeah.
You want to?
Is that?
I don't want to.
No,
No, do you want?
No, is that
Do you want
she's
Corey to-
asking if you think it's okay?
Yeah, if you want to look into it and get a bit of a finer tuned
Yeah.
idea of what it entails and what space they could need, I would think, there's so many variables.
There are.
The tech time sounds very interesting to me.
Yes.
Okay, yes, I know, and this person also said they would do like the fraud lecture, like separate from an actual tech time, like we had those like AARP things and such, and I think that's just really needed.
Yes.
And
I agree with that.
okay, so then should we reach out to him and ask that, or just
See what he interview him, I guess.
I take it there would be a charge? And
Yes.
And we would it be free to the public?
yes.
So it'd be, yep.
It was a program like we have had. I don't know what we paid in the past. Those invoices came up so infrequently that it was like a half a year billing or something like that, so I don't remember what they were.
I never paid a bill for that.
Okay, so we could go, well, we could ask if what the rate is that this person does and see, and bring that back to the board. How's that sound?
Sounds great.
Okay. All right, I'll do that. And I think that's it.
Add some more stuff.
Yeah. I know. I think that it would be good. So, okay. So that is the library report.
Thanks, Corey.
Sure. And you guys, if anybody has any questions or anything, I mean, we all think it seems to be going very well, so, but if you ever have anything, let me know. Okay, next is the discussion of the letter for the annual report. And actually, do you know when those are due, Sue?
Oh, no, I don't.
Okay.
But
I know it's,
before the 29th,
yes, right.
I would,
Yeah.
as soon as you could do it.
Yeah, no, as soon as we can, I know.
Yeah, it's the real answer.
I had the 15th in my head, but then I was looking, and then because those are due, the petitions, so I figured it might,
That could be.
okay.
I don't remember. When they all came in, I put them in order.
Right. So,
Was.
so we just wanted, last year, Lauren had it, and I looked at some of what was said, and
I was just looking at my calendar.
Yeah.
So you're gonna try to get it done in 2 days?
Yeah.
Okay, so, sorry, I'm out.
I know you are. Lauren's out of town, and,
Out of the country.
oh, sorry, she's on a magical train out of the country.
North. I'm headed north.
Please come back.
Yeah.
That's all it sounds like, come on.
Okay.
So, I guess, I know it's kind of a struggle, to write it, being in limbo still. But,
Well, I think, we've talked about this before. I think that an open and honest approach is best, and there are plenty of things there are several things that I think you can highlight, Corey, that are positive.
yeah,
And that we're really looking forward to what 2026 brings to the public library. I mean, I'm very hopeful. I think we're all hopeful. So, I don't think we have to I don't think we have to talk about details. We don't have to avoid the truths. There have been real challenges that we're trying to overcome, and I think people recognize that. And I think that, like, the tree lighting wasn't a library event, but we certainly were a participant, and it felt really great. And I want to capitalize on those feelings.
yeah.
We can have a role in that, something along those lines.
And the robotics, like. we
The
said.
robotics has been a
Fantastic.
great success, and it's continuing and expanding, which maybe Anne-Marie will even talk about more later, but,
Yeah,
I mean, that's fantastic, so.
yeah, and I think,
We had donors supporting that programming,
that's true, yeah.
We've had corporations, we've had private donations, and, those are other people who are rooting for us also in our community.
And I think, again, just highlighting the importance of a library, which we are seeing and have seen in just so many faceted ways, over this time. It means so much to so many people and for so many different reasons, so I think I can hit on that a little bit. Yeah, okay.
If you want a second set of eyes on it, I can help you.
That'd be great. That would be great.
Especially with Lauren gone.
Yes.
Thanks, Amy.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Okay. And then I'll check and see, and I'll get that. I call myself deadline oriented, not procrastination, it's deadline oriented, so. Okay, so we'll get that out.
That's right, you're an optimist.
I am an optimist, that's right. Okay, so then that brings us right to the discussion on fundraising. And did you have an update for the robotics separated out, or?
I haven't yet, but
No,
I will be
okay.
doing that,
Okay,
so.
so then we don't have that. So then that's next time. But robotics is starting up again in 26.
Anne-Marie can,
What day?
let Anne-Marie tell you what's going on. See how quick I did
Not
that.
this week, next week.
Yep.
Okay,
Next Wednesday
Okay.
after school,
great. Awesome.
till 5.
Have we talked about the AI? Have we talked about the AI that we did last month?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Hour
Whenever it was.
A day of AI?
Hour of AI, it's called now, and it used to be Hour of Code.
Yes.
Well, it's just a program to promote computer science education,
Yeah.
And so we had,
which all schools aren't on board yet, so
okay.
it's good that the library does something like this.
I have a question regarding the robotics program. Is that through the FIRST program? Is it like part of the national FIRST?
The robotics, no.
Okay.
This is our own.
Okay. Otherwise, I'd have to recuse
Design.
myself because that's through my work. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. Yep.
So what do you do with it? What's part of your work?
FIRST is a national robotics program for
Okay.
kids, and it's often in community groups like ours, so that would be a fit too. But this is not a conflict.
Great.
No, we centered ours mainly around our participants.
Yeah, that's great.
So,
Okay. Well, I guess then we can move on to the grant update. Which, again, moving quickly, accessibility grant, I've been in touch with Rhonda. And so she and I will meet up, and she will get me up to date on where she was hoping, or how we can move this forward. So we are meeting soon. She's out of town, so as soon as she gets back.
Corey, can you share a little bit, just for me being new?
It is a grant that was applied for and received actually in 2023, and it kind of was forgotten about, and it's for accessibility, and there at one point they were working on a loop hearing aid system, because one of the some of the feedback we get about this, using this building for meetings and programs, is that it's echoey and people have a hard time with it. So that was attempted, then it kind of fell apart, and it's kind of going back and forth. But we have money that we need to spend on accessibility, and
By a certain time?
well, we're past that time, so we're kind of in a grace period that we need, but we still need to move on it.
Yep.
And Rhonda, one of the things Rhonda was offering to help with this time around was, again, determining what our community needs and what would be the best way to increase accessibility here. And I think some of that we would have to do maybe a community meeting, outreach, and she had offered to help with that as well. And so, yeah.
Thank you.
Sure.
Bedtime, Helen?
Okay, so, and the MERP, is there any update on that?
No, I had an outdated schedule, and I reached out to Jessica, and she said it got reconfigured, so I haven't heard anything, but I think that in the select board meeting, they did approve doing the geothermal part of the MERP grant.
Yes.
Which is really exciting.
Yes.
The other thing I was gonna say was that Grace was another trustee from the library that was on that board with me, and I don't know if anyone else has interest of joining that board as well. And that is a larger grant that Jessica Van Ort was able to receive on behalf of the town, and a certain percentage of the monies have to be used for also, I think, ADA compliant, right? And then because the town hall is already up to code, those monies are going to go to the library, which is exciting. We haven't seen anything specific about what, we've heard different things, they've made assessments, they've done the blow door tests, but we haven't gotten back like any kind of comprehensive plan. But looking forward to it.
Great.
What does MERP stand for?
Don't ask the trick questions. I honestly.
Acronym for something.
Yeah, I don't remember at all.
Forgive us, forgive me.
Yeah.
We just got the MERP grant.
Yeah, and it does sound strange. Project? Environmental.
Municipal
project?
Energy Resilience Program.
Program, okay. See, I did know it at one point, and I actually did.
There it is, look.
So that's perfect with the geothermal.
And I don't know if you knew about that, Phoebe and Amy, but it was a big deal that the select board chose to go with the geothermal, because we'll be a pilot example in the state. We'll be the first, and it's going to have long-term benefits for generations to come. The cost, it's expensive up front, but the savings are great. It's really exciting.
That's, yeah.
So I was really happy that they did that.
Me too. Okay, next up, I have proposed executive session pursuant to 1 VSA section 313A3 for the appointment, employment, or evaluation of a public officer or employee to discuss hiring documents and confidential attorney-client communications. I have it's a two-part motion. Let's pass the wording. So number 1, and then vote, and then number 2.
Okay, motion number 1. I move that the board find that premature general public knowledge regarding the discussion of a personnel matter would clearly place the individual or the entity involved at a substantial disadvantage.
Do you have a second?
I'll second it.
Okay. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
I move that we enter into executive session pursuant to 1 VSA S 313A3 for the appointment, employment, or evaluation of a public officer or employee to discuss hiring documents and confidential attorney-client communications.
Okay, second?
I'll second it.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, it is 6:50 and we are entering into executive session.